Wuxin God King's sword suddenly split into 12 swords, forming a sword array, and attacked the stone monster leader and 3 other formidable stone monsters simultaneously. Emperor Guisu and Wuxin God King worked together seamlessly. Seeing his friend deploy the sword array, he also burst forth entirely, his primordial bloodline fully unleashed, spreading surging crimson flames. Ignoring the extreme burst of power that damaged his physical body, Emperor Guisu also used one of his two ultimate realms' secret techniques, Heaven and Earth Great Destruction. Boom, boom, boom. Emperor Guisu, with 8 arms wielding 8 weapons, twisted Heaven and Earth. With the first strike, he wielded a massive hammer, cracking the colossal stone monster's body. The third strike was a black axe, which cleaved the stone monster's body in two with a painful wail. In the blink of an eye, a series of earth-shattering moves returned all things to chaos, turning that stone monster into a stream of chaotic energy. This scene astonished the other stone monsters. Emperor Guizu's explosion is truly fierce, Luo Feng murmured to himself. That stone monster was comparable in strength to the Emperor of Che Kun. Its tough body was not inferior to the Emperor of Che Kun's primordial bloodline, yet it was blasted into bits after more than 10 hits. Beautiful, exclaimed Wuxin God King with delight. Guisu, quickly eliminate those lesser stone monsters. I'll handle these 3 formidable ones. Now merely entangling the stone monster leader and 2 other formidable stone monsters, Wuxin God King's burden was significantly lightened. His sword array was fully capable. Roar Tilda, the stone monster leader, roared angrily, and the other 2 formidable stone monsters also attacked furiously. The sword array of Wuxin God King was incredibly robust, trapping the 3 like a cage, allowing them to watch helplessly as Emperor Guisu, fully bursting forth, moved to slaughter the entangled stone monsters. Those over 300 stone monsters were being entangled by more than 300 Luo Feng's avatars. Boom, boom, boom. Where Emperor Guisu passed, those stone monsters with the strength of second realm of Godly King differed in power. The stronger ones required 3 or 4 moves to kill. The weaker ones might be smashed into pieces with 1 hammer blow. In the blink of an eye, more than 10 stone monsters were dead. The entire group of stone monsters started to stir. Although their intelligence was low, they could feel anger, fear, and attachment to their peers. Converge, the furious stone monster leader roared, his voice carrying his will. Previously, this group of Dream Realm creatures had sought to trap Luo Feng and prevent their escape. But now, at the leader's command, they no longer dispersed but began to converge actively. The stone monster leader, with his 2 powerful subordinates, also actively moved to converge with the others. Booming sounds echoed tilde tilde tilde. More than 300 avatars of Luo Feng could only entangle, not trap the enemy. As these stone monsters continued to converge, they naturally began to merge. They can merge into one, said Emperor Guisu. Wuxin God King laughed. They've given up surrounding us. Once merged into one, while seemingly more robust, they became a single entity. A clumsy entity, even with terrifying might, still couldn't stop the Reincarnation Tower team from escaping. Booming sounds, Tilda with the stone monster leader also converging with his kind and merging into it. The super large stone monster formed was immensely huge. Retreat. Luo Feng and his team were not afraid at all. With the escape techniques of Wuxin God King at the ultimate realm level, both the agility and speed of their flight were significantly superior to the super large stone monster, quickly losing it and fleeing far away. Roar tilde tilde. The super large stone monster stood there, roaring angrily and reluctantly, chasing for a few hundred steps. But Wuxin God King had already escaped from the influence of the Dream Realm creature's domain, completely disappearing. They actually let them escape. From a distance, members of the Two Realms Palace felt somewhat regretful. Although the members of the Reincarnation Tower are strong, if surrounded by nearly 100 Second Realm God Kings, they would probably have died in large numbers this time, said a winged woman, shaking her head. But this time there was one who was skilled in using avatars, being able to simultaneously control hundreds of avatars, entangling 89 Second Realm Dream Realm creatures. Although it's just entangling, it's still quite remarkable. Land of Origin, another troublesome being has risen. Observers from various parties watched. They all were Second Realm overlords, but they also understood that even within the Second Realm, differences were substantial. Like the boat master of the time-space lonely boat, who cultivated only one great Tao, the time primordial Tao, he was the highest achiever in this path across the entire land of origin. Even at the peak of the second realm of Godly King, he walked different timelines with 3 versions of himself. Even the emperors and monarchs of the land of origin found him a headache. Emperors and monarchs, even with ultimate realm life forms, could only interact with his present body, unable to threaten the time-space lonely boat's past body and future body. Like Wuxin God King, who never died a single time in his true body in his countless years of cultivation, except for that one time he willingly went to die through reincarnation, whether it was being surrounded by emperors or the dangers in various treasured lands. Such second realm beings are naturally much stronger than those like the Emperor of Che Kun or the Monarch of U Country. He can entangle so many dream realm creatures because they are low in intelligence and simple in techniques. If he encounters God Kings, their moves are much more sophisticated, and he would find it tough to even entangle one. It would require a lot of effort. Even so, entangling 7 or 8 God Kings in the second realm would probably not be difficult. His real identity, I wonder which old fellow it is. Everyone concealed their aura and altered their appearance. They naturally suspected Luo Feng was an old figure in reality, probably some peak existence in the second realm of Godly King. The team from Reincarnation Tower had never seen him before. It looks like they have another member now, they said. Although the white-haired palace master was surprised that Reincarnation Tower had an additional formidable member, he wasn't too concerned. In the land of origin, there were many more troublesome than Luo Feng, like Wine's City Empress and Earth God King. If someone of their caliber were to appear, that would truly shake the entire land of origin. Let's go. There's no need to stay in this dream realm space any longer. Let's move to the next one, the white-haired palace master said. Let's go. The team from Two Realms Palace quietly left that space and headed towards the next dream realm space. Under the leadership of Wuxin God King, Luo Feng and the others quickly escaped from the pursuit of a gigantic stone monster. Ha, we all survived, Emperor Guisu laughed. Thanks to Brother Luo He, Wuxin God King looked at Luo Feng. Brother Luo He, your clone technique has been cultivated to an unimaginable level. There aren't many in the entire land of origin who can compare to you. Luo Feng smiled. There are still many. Emperors and monarchs who excel in cloning outnumber the fingers on one hand. I just have this technique going for me, Luo Feng said. I'm much worse in other areas. The previously agreed share distribution doesn't seem suitable now, Emperor Guisu said. Brother Luo, he not only scouts for dangers and treasures. When facing strong enemies, he can also help intercept many foes. In that case, Guisu and I will each give half of our share to Brother Luo He, Wuxin God King said. That way, Guisu, I, and Brother Luo He each have 30%. With Luo, his powerful avatar, I actually benefit, Cloud Sky God King laughed. While her share percentage seemed unchanged, the team's overall strength was stronger, and they found more treasures, hence her share was naturally larger. She was self-aware that with her contributions, having 10% was already quite generous. I won't decline then. Luo Feng was straightforward. That's the spirit, Emperor Guisu said. This time we were outsmarted by that winged woman, whose real identity I don't know, but I've encountered her several times in these treasure lands. She's a member of the Two Realms Palace. Two Realms Palace has calculated against us again. Wuxin God King was also quite annoyed. I just tried to track them too, but they're very good at hiding their traces, and I couldn't detect any sign. In terms of tracking enemy trails, Wuxin God King is likewise extremely strong. The teams from Two Realms Palace generally have a Palace Master's avatar leading them. Emperor Guisu said, the Palace Master of Two Realms Palace, after all, belongs to an alien race, with a realm comparable to that of the ancestors of two countries. If he intends to hide, none of us can find him. At this moment, Luo Feng also understood why the two ancient countries were specifically targeting Two Realms Palace, Wamfa Tower, and Time-Space Lonely Boat. With these 3 major alien forces, numerously divided into teams and led by alien race powerhouses' avatars to fight for fortunes, their perceptive and competitive strength in targeting top-tier treasures was much stronger than that of Reincarnation Tower. We'll find an opportunity later, Wuxin God King said. Brother Luo He, conflicts among different forces are a common occurrence. You will witness even more in the future. Emperor Guisu smiled. Luo Feng nodded. We should also leave this dream realm space. Two palaces have searched here as well, so the easily found treasures are probably scarce now. Okay. Double quotes. Let's head to the next dream realm space. The team from Reincarnation Tower quickly left and continued to search another dream realm space. Inside this mountain forest space, Luo Feng left a world life form avatar here. This one held 1,000th of the energy reserves and would naturally absorb energy slowly and grow over time. This mountain forest space, previously explored by Reincarnation Tower and Two Realms Palace, holds few treasures. I expect it'll be quite peaceful for a while. Luo Feng sat cross-legged on a patch of grass. Dream realm creatures are usually in fixed territories. Only in very rare cases do they leave their territories. I'll try practicing the Great Destruction heart refining technique here. Luo Feng didn't rush to cultivate in the deeper spaces of the dream realm, as he still needed to accompany his companions to hunt for treasures, and the deep dream realm spaces placed too much strain on spiritual will, potentially affecting his combat performance. The middle layers of the dream realm's mountain forest space were more suitable. Boom. Upon initiating the Great Destruction heart refining technique, it immediately transformed into a dark chaotic hole that enveloped the spiritual will, constantly squeezing, crushing, strangling, and annihilating the spiritual will. The illusions of the middle dream realm also continuously infiltrated Luo Feng's mind. The increasingly adverse environment naturally provided a more distinct tempering of the spiritual will. The slight stray thoughts influenced by the environment, losing stability, were naturally crushed and annihilated by the dark chaotic hole, making Luo Feng's spiritual will even purer. Cultivating the spirit is an everlasting endeavor. Luo Feng understood this, because as time passes, new stray thoughts emerge. Constant self-tempering is the only way to make progress. If one stops moving forward, it might even lead to regression. This is also why some powerhouses in Thunder Ancient Country lose control halfway. They might suppress the residual wills in their bloodlines for a while, but as soon as stray thoughts arise and the mind wavers slightly, the residual wills can rebound and cause them to lose control. The environment of the dream realm is quite suitable for the Great Destruction heart refining technique. Luo Feng calmly continued his cultivation, his other avatars accompanying Emperor Guisu and the others in their treasure hunt.